Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm going to mention it because I mention it in like every video. The setup. I cannot get my video setups right at the minute. I've tried so many different options and I just hate them all. This is just a new one I'm trying because I feel like it might work better. Honestly, filming in that corner is just such a nightmare, the one that I usually film in. It just never looks right and it's just really cramped and I just don't like the look of it anymore. Not sure how I feel about this, to be honest, but I feel like it's much better to film like sat on my bed. It looks a bit better, it's more relaxed. I think this might be where I film from now on. I might sort out the background and stuff, like not have a random pillow and a random pillow there. I don't know, but again, I'm probably going to keep changing my mind, so this is probably pointless. Anyway, enough of that. On to today's video. I'm doing my July favourites, as you can probably see by the title, and honestly this month feels like it's gone so slow. I don't know if it's because I've done quite a lot this month, although I don't know if I actually have. I kind of have. But for example, when I think back to things that I did at the beginning of the month, it feels like they were like a couple of months ago. It's really strange, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it just feels like it's gone quite quick, quite slow. What? The first favourite is a eyeshadow palette, which you've seen me mention in a video before. Have I used it in more than one? I know I mentioned it in my what I got for my birthday video and I can't remember if I've used it in another video or not, but it is the Zoeva Cocoa Blends palette and I got this off my friend Sean. I absolutely love this. I loved it as soon as I got it, but especially this month I have been using it a lot. It's just amazing. This is what the palette looks like. It's got quite a few different shades in there. Got some, you know, golds and bronzy colours, some shimmers, some mattes. We've also got a nice purple in there and some darker shades. It's just very versatile and I love using this. I especially love like this orangey brown colour and this gold here. They're usually my two favourites to use, and a little bit of this darker one here as well. I usually use a mixture of those three. I just think it looks really nice. I'm not actually wearing that today. I probably should have to show you what it looks like, but it's me, so obviously I didn't think of that. Now I have some song favourites. As always, I like to share some of my favourite songs of the month with you. Again, I'm not going to show too much of the songs because I usually end up accidentally showing too much and then the video gets copyrighted and I have to like re-edit it or whatever. So the first two songs are both by Little Mix and I've just been listening to their new album a lot more recently anyway. I'm actually going to see them in October, which I'm really excited about. But I've been listening to these songs the most this month. The first one is Power. Such a good song. And one day I've made my goal to be able to hit the notes that Perry sings at the beginning of the song. I'll show you which ones I mean. Ready? Such a good song. When I first heard it, I thought, oh yeah, it's a good song. Like, I was never like really obsessed with it, but recently, for some reason, I've fallen even more in love with it. The next song by Little Mix that has been my favourite is actually featuring Charlie Puth. Is that how you say it? I don't know, but I love his voice. I actually have been meaning to listen to more of his music because I really like his singing voice, so I might do that. And if I do, that could be an August favourite, but who knows? I need to get round to listening to some of his stuff. But this is Oops. I just love it straight away, it's great. Here's Charlie. I just love his singing voice. Definitely going to try and listen to more of his stuff. But yeah, those two Little Mix songs have been on repeat pretty much all month. Next song is actually Crying in the Club. I can't actually remember who it's by, bear with. I'm gonna butcher this name. Camila Cabello. I honestly don't know how to say that, but I've been randomly loving this song this month. I'd heard a lot of people talking about it and quoting it and I was like, I don't know what that song is, it sounds random. And then I've been listening to it and actually really like it. So I'll just show you a little snippet. The last one is actually a song that I've been obsessed with just over like the past few days, so I don't know if it counts as a monthly favourite, but I don't know. Basically on Tuesday I ended up watching Beauty and the Beast again for the first time since I watched it in the cinema, as in, you know, the new live action version, and the more I watch it the more I fall in love with it, and I'm just obsessed with that film in general. That is just an all-time favourite. I could say it's a July favourite because I watched it again this month and was obsessed with it even more, but it's just a general favourite, and I suppose other things that I mention in favourites videos can be general favourites, but yeah, Beauty and the Beast, new live action film. If you haven't seen it, please go and see it because it's amazing. The one song from it that I have been obsessing over is actually really, really random, but it's actually my favourite scene from the whole film and my favourite character from the whole film, which is surprising because I don't really like this character that much in the original. Just not that keen on that character, but in this film he was my favourite, and this is Gaston. He's my favourite character in this new film, and the song Gaston has been my favourite song. I feel like Disney songs are the easiest to get copyright from, so I need to be really careful with this. Just go and listen to the whole soundtrack in general, it's so good. Yes, I'm intimidating. Now I have 3 different film favourites for you, and these are all films that I went to see in the cinema this month. The first one is actually the new Spider-Man film, which is really random because it's not usually the sort of thing I'm into, but Luke wanted to go and see it, so I decided to treat him to that, and I wasn't sure what to expect from it. I thought I'm probably not going to hate it, but it's not going to be my thing really, but I watched it and ended up really enjoying it. It was actually really good. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, it was just really good. The guy who played Spider-Man was really, really good, and I just really liked the storyline of it. I thought it was really cool, and I would recommend going to watch it if you haven't already. The next one is Cars 3. I have been so excited to see Cars 3 since I found out that they were releasing it, and I saw that first trailer that made me cry. Yes, I cried at a trailer about cartoon cars, but since then I've been so excited to see it, and I finally got to go and see it. It was just so good. I absolutely loved it. I don't know if it's my favourite of the 3, I can't decide. I need to watch the second one again at some point because I haven't watched that in a while, and then I need to make a decision as to which one's my favourite, but I did really love the third one. It was just really good. And then the final film favourite is one that I went to see last week, and that was Despicable Me 3, which I am in love with the first 2 films and have been since the first one came out. I went to see it in cinema and fell in love with it, and since then I've just been obsessed with it. And I got to go and see the third one, and it was so funny. There were so many times where I was literally like dying of laughter. It was so funny, and I'm just obsessed with Despicable Me. It's just great. I mean, I know it's so stupid and childish, and everyone hates the Minions. I feel like it's trendy to hate Minions, but I love Minions. I don't even care. People are going to judge me for that. I love them, and I love the Despicable Me films. I haven't actually watched the Minions film. Maybe I should watch that. I'd probably really appreciate that. Now onto a TV show favourite, which I think I mentioned in a vlog fairly recently. Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is a TV show that came out, gosh, it was a long time ago. Wasn't it like 2010 or something? I don't know, I can't remember. But it's quite old, and people have always said that I'd love it. But I never ended up getting around to watching it because I was watching like Pretty Little Liars and YouTube and stuff. I never got round to it. So I decided I was going to watch Once Upon a Time, and I thought, I know I'm going to love this because it's got fairy tale characters in, and some of them will obviously be similar to Disney characters. And I ended up watching the first episode and I was like, this is really cool actually, but I never really got into it. The first few episodes took me a while. Once I got through those first, I don't know how many episodes it was, through the first few episodes I got really into it, and then for most of this month I've just been addicted to it. I'm now on one of the first episodes of season 3, and Peter Pan has just come into it, and if you know me, you know that Peter Pan is my ultimate favourite. I haven't watched it in quite a few days because I've been busy and I've been watching YouTube and stuff. I've not got around to carrying on watching it, but I know I'll get straight back into it when I do. It's so good, honestly. I've just fallen in love with it. It's amazing. I mean, it's my perfect TV show, obviously. I mean, it's literally everything I could want in a TV show. And I just love Peter Pan's character. It's not what you'd expect. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously. Peter Pan is not the character you'd expect him to be. I guess this is kind of giving it away, isn't it? But you just need to watch it. It's so good. I love it so much. I'm so glad I've gotten into it now. I need to keep watching it and catch up because I know they're doing a new series at some point. So I need to hurry up and get through things. Now on to the last favourite, which is of course a photo favourite, which I do every month. And this month's photo is this one. And obviously I've picked this photo because I absolutely loved this day and this picture is really cute. Basically, I went to Louise Pentland's book signing for Wild Like Me, and I actually have a vlog of that on my second channel. So if you want to go subscribe to that, it's Esme Extra, it's linked down below. But I basically vlogged when I met her. Honestly, she is hilarious. She's so funny, she's so lovely, and I just had the most amazing day. I feel like it's always a worry when you meet people that you've watched online and you think, are they really going to be like they are online or not? And I mean, I know a lot of the time at book signings and stuff it's very brief, so you can't really judge them on that. But this one was a lot more intimate. She did like a little Q&A at the beginning, and then we did the signing and we had quite a bit of time to talk to her. Like, it was a lot more calm, I think, because there was a lot less people there, because she like limited the tickets so that it could be more intimate. It's just so relieving, I guess would be the word, when you meet someone that you've watched online for so long or you've gained a lot of respect for or admiration for, and then they end up being even lovelier than you could have ever expected. And that is exactly what this was like. It made me just love her a million times more. Like, I didn't think I could love her more than I did. But it turns out I can, because she is just incredible. If you don't watch her videos, definitely go and subscribe. She has been on YouTube for a really long time. She did a lot of makeup, fashion, beauty related videos, but now she's sort of changed her content a little bit. It's more for like older audiences, but it's just great. She's just so honest and just so real, down to earth. Just, she says it as it is basically, and she just makes some great videos, and I just have so much respect for that woman. She is absolutely incredible. At her Q&A session, she let the people, you know, who were attending the book signing, so like us guys, ask questions if we wanted to, and there were obviously quite a few people putting their hand up, and I ended up putting my hand up, and she actually chose me and I got to ask her a question, which I never expected I'd get to do. Honestly, it was just incredible. Like, as the Q&A session was going on, I had a few questions in mind that I wanted to ask her, and I was trying to think of one, and then I thought, no, there's no point. One, she won't pick me, and two, I'm just too nervous. I can't bring myself to do it. But then it got to a point where I thought, if I don't do this, I'm going to end up regretting not even trying. Even if I don't get picked, at least I've tried. So I put my hand up and she ended up picking me, and I got to ask her a question and have a little chat with her. It was so lovely, and it was just sort of my way of being like, yes, I can do this. Like, anxiety doesn't need to ruin everything for me, because I've just done that, and it's made the whole experience so much more memorable, and it was so worth it. And it's just sort of, I know it's just the smallest thing and it just seems so silly to get so overwhelmed at and like make such a big deal out of it, but it really was a big deal for someone like me. But yeah, it was just the best day. I had such a good time. I went with my friend Kitty as well. I will leave her channel linked down below because she has her own YouTube channel, and she's just started it up again after taking a bit of a break, so you should definitely go and subscribe to her. She's lovely. And that is all of my favourites for this month. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment down below some of your favourites for the month, or any video suggestions you have for me, because your girl's struggling, not gonna lie. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!